Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio. Listening to TigerTails Radio, abusing our internet privileges since 2004.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. I am TK, the omnipresent voice in your ears, and on the camera we have Hedgie.
Hello, everybody.
And Xavier.
Hello.
Hello. Hedgie still sounds quite far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes, it makes a noise. Well done. You've managed to make a sound. Yes, well, we can all make noise.
Touching thing. And now he's blocking my face from all the beautiful people.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. With Hedgie's alcohol in the side there.
Yes.
At least the rest of us are keeping our alcohol hidden out of camera. Xavier says, highlighting where his alcohol is. Oh, fine, if we're going to play that game. Let's just advertise the brewery. Do I have enough reach?
No, you don't.
Yes.
Yeah, just about.
Here it is. The Amber Ale.
My
So if
thirsty
you-
ferret.
Made by whom?
The Badger Breweries.
There you go.
I like a nice badger.
Advertising brewery says the main thing being the
Hey, I was showing off their brand logo and the Thirsty Ferret brand and everything. It is my ale of choice, Thirsty Ferret.
ale of choice.
If I can, unless I can get something from the Otter Breweries.
Otter.
Yes, because they make some very nice ales, but they're hard to get hold of down here. I'm trying to find a pub that has Otter on tap is hard. The nearest place, I think the nearest anyway, that I've found is Dilton Marsh, which is near Bleedon Westbury. So it's a bit of a trek.
You know what's that brand called?
What, Badger?
Yes, Badger. Okay.
Badger,
So
badger
should make
mushroom,
3
mushroom.
beers. One called Duckbill, one called Beavertail, and one called Otterfeet, and they could say it all in the platypus package.
Be gone.
I'm fine with what they sell already, because to be fair, it's hard enough getting hold of all of their bloody lines in the first place. Especially when they then go, hey, we've also got ciders. Excellent. Where are they? Have fun. What do you mean have fun?
Yeah, we're not going to show you where they are.
Oh, I see.
Buy a hamper, they said. Fucking yeah.
You have to go to the cider merchant.
Do we even have a cider merchant around these ways?
Well,
Well, you have to find one of their breweries, don't you? If for Badger.
Where
But
is
for general cider, I don't know, because cider, going all county cider,
cider.
Well, it is Dorset.
Dorset,
Yes.
yeah, the cider lot. I don't know if like Hampshire does a lot of cider.
No.
I'm assuming Hampshire does. Let me Google this.
there are Hampshire cider breweries. Yeah.
Well, there was a Hampshire brewery. It used to be on the Romsey Industrial Estate.
The accent shockingly jumped across various county lines there. Whilst you were saying that, Hampshire
has a cider brewery. Yes.
cider breweries.
Hampshire is a cider inside.
That's because I'm technically half American, half British. I have
No,
to-
you're not. Will you stop perpetuating this lie?
What if the Americans can lie and say, "Oh yes, I'm Irish because my grandfather's Irish"? I can lie about that as well. So yeah.
I love how it suddenly goes. Here's a map. Thank you.
Helpful. Yes,
Oh, New Forest cider.
In Ringwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's closed.
Ringwood Breweries?
Yeah, no, New Forest. Yeah,
Oh.
it might be Ringwood. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is Ringwood Breweries.
Yes.
Currently
which makes
closed.
Ringwood beer.
Yeah.
B&B rooms in house with garden and orchard.
Would you?
I am confused. Just shove it in his face, and then move the mic.
Happy?
Happier.
Good. Okay. So yeah. So yes, if you want to stay above a brewery and get that wonderful, awful smell of rotting yeast, then yes, you can.
And why wouldn't you?
Rotting yeast, no, because rotting yeast is bad.
Yes,
What you
it-
get is the smell of fermented yeast. If you smell rotten yeast, don't go to that brewery.
Well, to
It's
me,
gone
whenever
past the fermentation
whenever
phase.
I walked past one in Salisbury, I just got this stench of, and it was like, ugh, and it was like, oh god, that just smells horrible. So,
Also be careful, you may be walking past an area that has cattle, so it's like, oh, what's that terrible smell?
No.
Cow.
no, it was definitely a brewery, and it just smelled vile. It was like, oh god.
I
That
learned.
was
I
horrible.
learned. I was not saying an interesting fact, but it was a surprising fact for me. Mm-hmm. You know that horrible smell of cow shit?
Yes.
It's not actually the shit. Yeah, it's cow urine that makes that smell.
No.
And I was like, wow! My whole world has just suddenly turned upside down. I always thought that was the smell of cow poo. So when you're going through the forest and you smell all those smells, you go, oh, there's that cow poo smell in the air. It's not, it's cow piss.
Ah.
The things you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently there's some enzyme in the urine that makes it smell that way. So there you go. You've learned something new today. Not something you wanted, not something that would ever help you in life.
Not
And
something that's actually going to be useful, you know.
it might come up in a pub quiz one day, I doubt.
That would
but
have to be one desperate for questions.
that's a very specific
Yes.
pub quiz.
Yeah.
It's like the veterinarian pub quiz. Although it'll probably name the enzyme in which makes it
God.
smell that way. And it's like, screw that, I don't know that much. I just,
Name the enzyme. God.
XYZ2B.
Probably
There you go.
ammonia, if anything.
Is that even an enzyme?
Yes, it is.
I don't know. Some scientist person, look it up. Meanwhile, Xavier is tapping on his keyboard. But yes, we should probably do a rundown to the week. So, Hedgie, how's your week been?
My week's been interesting. So
Liar.
I have just today completed another book, which is probably going to spend another 3 months in limbo because Audible won't pull their finger out.
So, why you say you've completed a book, you mean you've read an audiobook?
Yes, I have. I completed one.
As
I've
in-
mastered it and everything like that. I've created the trailer.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I said you've read an audiobook, you've read one out loud into a microphone for other people to listen to
yes,
later.
I have recorded. I said recorded. So yeah. So I've recorded one. I've also been looking around for actual full-time jobs to supplement the money I'm not making. So
So I thought all the money was rolling in. What happened?
for some reason, people stopped offering me work, which was really annoying. It was like, oh, right. Thanks.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
go out, pitch yourself,
I am
and
doing that. I am
multiple platforms. So
I
for
am
those
doing it.
youngsters who
I'm doing
listen
that, yes.
to TigerTails Radio, whenever you're thinking, I'm going to go out into the world of self-employment, freelance work, find multiple platforms on which you can exist on and also pitch yourself and consider your self-promotion as part of the package of being self-employed.
By the way, that bit is a full-time job.
Yeah.
It will never, ever end.
No, you are always going to be looking for clients. Much like Sparky's, only the difference being a good Sparky never runs out of clients.
No, a good Sparky will have a queue.
Of course,
If a
you're-
Sparky ever says, I'm available, don't hire them. If they
course,
say, I'm
if
available
you're
in
not-
6 months, hire them.
If you have no idea what people are talking about, that's a slang term for electrician.
Yes.
Mainly because it refers that they constantly electrocute themselves. The sparking. So,
Or if you've got some sparking, they fix it.
how many times have you electrocuted yourself? Oh, about 100 times. Perfect, you're hired.
So yeah, he's been doing job work. Outside
Yep.
of that, what else have you been doing?
Job searching. That's basically what my...
You played Doom.
Oh,
Doom,
yes,
doom,
for
doom,
about
doom,
2
doom,
hours, yeah.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah.
Because it's PlayStation month on TigerTails Gaming.
Yes, it is.
So they, Mr. Hedgie there, Mr. Xavier had a little Doom co-op session. Mm-hmm. Which was good fun. They got about halfway through the game with Doom 1 on PS1.
Got through a lot of swearing. Yeah,
That was a fair bit of swearing.
And running around going, I don't know where I am.
Yeah,
Travel by map.
there was a lot of that. There was a lot of running around going, what am I doing?
And I found some audio editor jobs to apply for, so like, I don't
Nice.
know.
I mean, if you want to supplement your portfolio, feel free to take one of the streams off the Z drive and cut it down to about 20 minutes so that we can then re-upload it.
Well, you have to give me the script so I know what not to cut out.
Basically,
here's the thing.
Here's the raw video.
Yeah.
Off you go. Have fun.
As an editor of these types of videos, what happens is you look through it and you have a general idea of what the point of the video is, and then you find all the footage and then cut down. So if there's a large period of silence, that goes. If there's a large period of inactivity, that goes. If there is a joke in it, that stays.
Unless it was a terrible joke, in which case it goes.
Yeah, but it's a terrible you joke, you leave it in there because
No,
it's viral.
That's the second phase, because after you've cut down the empty bits and the gaps, you then go, right, what's the quality content? After a while, you don't need to do that. So it's like, after you've gotten to about, how many episodes am I in on God of War?
Some.
20-something episodes as I get towards the final section, and I still need to edit that bit, that last video
Wow.
from the tower. You suddenly find the bits that you need to cut out, up to and including the multiple deaths because you can't get across one section. However, you do include the point where you frustratedly throw the controller down on the desk because you got so pissed off. And the points when you suddenly just go, well, shit.
Oh.
It's like your Tanglewood runs. The amount of deaths as yours that I cut out.
Yeah. You cut out certain sections. So how was your week then, TK?
My week hasn't been terrible. Played some Unrailed with Shades, which is nice. I enjoy doing that.
It starts with, my week hasn't been terrible. It's like, all the others were.
Yeah, no, well, same shit, different day, really. So there's not really been much going on in my life. I've been enjoying PlayStation Month so far. Helping Xavier out doing his streams of Spider-Man, and a stream of Hard Edge that came before
He
it.
changed some of the fancy things because it's PlayStation month, so I can't even do the buttons bits because it's another step in the process.
Yeah, there's extra stuff.
God damn it.
That's because I wanted them all to start with the PlayStation logo.
Yeah, so he futzed around with an entirely new thing, and it was like, Why can't I do this? That's fine. I got to the point where I was like, right, I think I'm ready to go because I know what to do. This stereo's really fucking loud. How do I turn that down? I don't know.
If you look at the stereo, there's a button on there called volume.
I did. There's buttons.
It's this rocker switch on the top. The one with volume written on it. Or you just turn the stereo off. That also works. And then just have the sound coming out the telly. Which just sounds terrible. Which is why we have the stereo.
Yeah.
And which is why in the main lounge we've got Hedgie's old what were they? Studio monitor speakers?
Monitor speakers, yeah.
Yeah, we've got them instead of the TV speakers because they sound infinitely better
Well,
than
the TV's like 20-something years old.
Yeah. And so
20-something years old because I've had it since I moved out of the house.
Wow.
wow, yeah, that's
So
not quite 20 years, but
Yeah.
it feels it. And
what was it 2005 we moved in?
Yeah, 2011 we moved out.
Yeah.
yeah, for a flat screen TV, it's remarkably fucking thick.
Yes.
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 It's more like the bridge between flat and CRT.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's an old telly, but the speakers were going, and the monitor has a nice little watermark on it. That isn't actually a watermark; it's something
Burnt in.
I'm assuming burning from a background, although fuck knows where that came from. But yeah,
If you run static for long enough, that might get rid of it.
well, it's had static running through it, but I'm not too fussed. I will need to change that monitor at some point. But yeah, so my last week has been the last week of Model Office, so I am now doing full-time hours. So it's a case of, right, what hours do you want me to do? What hours do you want to do? 8:30, 5:30? 12 o'clock lunch? Yeah, that sounds fine.
Go ahead, do this.
Fuck of that! You don't need to be on phones for any time of schedule, so yeah, that's fine. What is this madness? So yeah, that's been the start of this week, which is interesting, and productivity is quite cool. I've been doing the streams because, as TK's mentioned, it has been PlayStation month. Still not figured out the proper title because it's like 25 years of PlayStation 1 September. Doesn't roll off the tongue. But,
That's why I just called it PlayStation Month.
PlayStation month. So
It's short and sweet.
We've done streams on Friday, and I've also done. I've actually completed, which surprised me because this was a 20-year-old game. I actually completed this one.
The original Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I could have completed it in one session, but I
You
decided
quit like a quitter.
I needed to get away from the setup before I decided to throw a controller at something because I was getting a little bit frustrated.
Didn't I?
But there are sections that are quite hard for a 40-year-old man going, fuck this PlayStation controller. My thumbs. My fingers.
Yeah, the original PlayStation controller was like, yeah, boxy.
Well, it's not even the original. That one's got the analog sticks. The original one didn't have the analog sticks. And also the analog worked. I'm using the analog. Turns off halfway through a mission. I remember.
That's going to have a button to turn it on and off.
Yes, there is a button. But
Yes.
when you're playing a game and then the controller decides to go, I'll turn off now. As you're playing, and you're going,
Digital
why
only for
don't
you.
Yeah, suddenly it's like, hey, play digital. It's like,
I don't want to.
And this was something I've always experienced with PlayStation 1s and PlayStation 1 controllers. It's like, I was not developed for the analog, so fuck you.
Whereas I put on the YouTube channel, the video description, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Xavier plays it as well as he can. Throw a web, fight a guy, swing around through the sky. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Yeah, all good fun. So that was Saturday and Sunday, along with the usual having to be an adult across the weekend. And trying to get used to a 4-day week last week, because Bank Holiday Monday.
Yeah. Why do 4-day weeks always seem so slow?
No, it just fucks me up, because it's like, okay, I'm at work, it's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. By the time Friday came along, it's like, oh shit, didn't put the bins out.
By the time Friday comes along, it's like, why do I feel like I've worked a full week?
Yes.
It's been 4 days. Why does it feel like 5?
Because you focus so much on the Monday, going, yes, Monday. It's a bank holiday. I can do what I want. I have to go back to work tomorrow. I can do what I want today. So you focus so much on the fact that you're not there. You're putting more mental energy into working out what you could do.
I didn't do that.
Whereas in the normal thing is, work. So you don't need to expend the mental energy because you know it's there. When it's not there, you expend more mental energy working out what to do.
For me, it was, it's a bank holiday. What do I do? As little as I like. I play Spongebob with Shades. Yay! And then it stopped being Monday all of a sudden. I was like, now it's time to do the show. Oh, not ready for that.
You see? You know exactly what it is. You focus more on what you're doing, and then you go, God, it's a Monday, isn't it? We'll do that. So,
Monday, la la.
So good
la,
to
la,
me.
la, la.
Copyright strikes all around.
Yeah.
oh, please, you're the one who sang Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's
If we're going to get one,
that's
it's
why
going
I'm
to be
saying.
you.
That's why I'm saying copyright strikes all around.
Yeah, it
We'll get
is.
one.
It is in the game a remake of the original
Also,
animated series song.
Technically, I believe a copyright strike is when your video is taken down. This would really be a copyright notice. I believe they're different.
Actually, I believe it is a
Actually.
copyright claim.
Actually, I believe we are now getting close to the top of the hour, so maybe some music.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Who knows?
We'll see.
Ooh.
We got to give people a chance to wake up and jump into Jackbox because
That is very true.
Tired.
Yes, and I've got to get my Jackbox screen up and going. At least I have the game ready,
Hooray!
which is, for me a first. I suppose it had to happen sooner or later.
Yes, indeed.
So, let us have some... We start at the top of the hour, with Andromic. Andromic with She. And now we have third prototype with Blue.
Ooh.
We've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
Yeah, it's that time where we play some Jackbox.
Yeah.
Go, ooh. So, what have we got today, boys and girls? Well, we have a little bit of Split the Room.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's really quiet. Why is it really quiet? There we go.
Oh my god! Oh wait, no.
No, it's a Q, not an A. No, not an O.
Oh.
Q, H, M, C, MG even.
We are all tired. Quebec.
We are
Join
very
the
tired.
party.
Hotel. Mother.
Ah, hello Cosmic. Rhubarb
Mother
is on the way, he
goose.
says. Awesome. So we shall wait.
Question his moral guidance.
Basically, isn't that religion?
Oh, I got disconnected.
What did you do? You broke it.
We're sorry. A network error occurred and your room was destroyed.
You broke it.
I didn't break it.
Well, so it wasn't me that did it.
No, let's go back to the studio
World
for a second.
got destroyed. My name was... Oh, no, there is.
What happened there?
I don't know. The internet died, apparently. Everything was going so well, and then shit happens.
There we go. Let's try again, shall we?
All right, let's try it again.
Join us.
Here we go.
Join us.
QTYG.
Yes, so very similar to the old code, but different. Quebec, Tango, Yankee, Golf.
Question... Time. Young.
Question
gentlemen.
the...
Join the party.
Yesterday's...
No, it's question the young generation.
Ah,
the young generation.
of course, yes.
Why
Dead
the
edgy.
fuck are you so long? Yeah, long? Young.
And that's enough, we'll get copyrighted.
There's room for more.
It's YouTube. They're fucking shit up left, right and centre so far, so, you know.
There's room for more before the room gets destroyed again because Jackbox futzeds out on us.
I don't think it's them, I think it's us.
I don't think
Join
it does.
the furries. We have
Join us.
Rhubarb is here.
porn.
We now have 6 people.
Yay!
We need 8 though, otherwise the world will explode.
And it's definitely
It
not
won't.
us. We've not dropped any frames, so it's definitely Jackbox hiccuping.
The
So,
internet went
yeah.
fuck you, yeah. I don't think we're going to get another
Join
2
us.
somehow.
I don't
You
know.
might do. You don't know.
I'm going to go with a very confident guess.
Well, let's see.
Yes, say that.
Yes.
I'm posing a question to a person. We may get another player if we're lucky.
Who is the person?
Be Shades.
Ah,
Besides which, we can watch the little animated kitty going, join us. Seductively.
seductively is more sort of menacingly.
There's room for more.
You know, I mean, for example, if a lift opened and you got that voice telling you, come, join us. There's room for more. You go, I'll get the next one.
That depends. If that voice was attached to that kitty,
us.
I'd be like, okay, make room.
Whereupon he walks out covered in blood, licking his fingers.
Yeah, I can deal with that. So, that does sound like it then. Let's start the game.
There's room for more.
There's not.
Not anymore.
Now it is too late. So let's refresh ourselves of the rules
Meow.
of the game.
Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will build strange and complex worlds using only your imagination and your thumbs. A hypothetical situation missing one key part will be transmitted to your device, like this one. Ads before online videos have been banished.
Hooray!
In their place are 15-second videos of this. They are not skippable. Is life better? There are infinite possibilities you could write in to complete this scenario. Choose wisely though, because everybody else will then answer yes or no. And you will earn more points if you split the room. Fitting name, huh? For those of you in the audience, you'll be competing as one player. Your answers will be determined by a majority vote. Yes, even in a nebulous void, democracy is important. At the end of the game, the person who creates the most divisive
Angry
dimensions
arguing.
will win. Got it? Good. Now let's begin.
Yes.
Now I have to point my face towards internet
What if we
window.
lived in a world where dolphins could talk and everything you touch turned to creme brulee? Someone's been reading my vision board. Now let's split the room. Fill in the blank to complete the scenario.
I wonder how many hours of dialogue the voice actor has to record for this game.
Probably
Quite a
not.
bit. am not going for answers that split the room. I am going for stupid answers. For I am tired. It's like, I was doing so well, I got through work, I got downstairs, did a little washing up, sat down. My lovely darling wife cooked a lovely bit of burger and hash browns. It was really nice. And then I sat down after that and went...
You did. I saw you snooze. While I woke up from my own snooze. And I thought, well, at least I'm not the only one tonight.
Right.
Up next is Let It Die. You visit a nostalgia wizard. If you throw a stone into a fire for 10 seconds, the trend you're thinking of will become popular again.
God, no.
A stranger tosses in a rock and wishes for the return of this. Do you reach into the fire and pull out the stone before it's too late?
No.
Well, I guess I'm that stranger.
Let's be fair. It's like, if you've seen the current music trends, no, I'll take disco back, please.
Yeah, give me that disco vibe, baby.
Give me disco.
I've been disconnected
halls.
again.
Yes.
So have I.
Hey, the room died.
No.
I guess it couldn't handle the disco.
Oh, good grief.
Right, let me start googling.
Is Jackbox having issues tonight, boys and girls?
How did we find out?
Well, what you do is you go to Google and you go status down Jackbox.
Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we wait, I will merely do a new reading from a website I found a few days ago.
Whoa, yeah, there's a few.
So it seems Jackbox is having issues, boys and girls. We'll give it one last try before we then...
They got to 69 problems reported in one moment. Because 69...
Yes. Now we're not allowed to break that chain. So...
Let me check Jackbox Twitter.
One last run. X, J, G, V, X-Ray, Juliet, Golf, Victor.
Join us. Join us.
We'll have a game. I'm sure we'll have a game. I'm confident we'll have a game.
I had a really good answer for my question as well.
Oh.
I didn't, but never
Well,
mind.
at least now we can skip the instructions because we know what
That is very true.
Join us.
Yeah, we joined. It's you who keeps abandoning us.
Meow. Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will imagine a universe where anything is possible. 1 equals 0, up is down, and soul patches are cool. You're about to split the room.
As Hedgie strokes herself. My wife is disconnected again.
What?
Oh, we may have to play a different game.
Well, we don't if it's all of Jackbox. That's the slight problem.
I see.
That is a slight problem.
Ah,
We'll try a different game. I believe Quitplash is relatively stable, but
as
we'll
is
see.
Guespionage. We haven't played Guespionage for a while.
Well, bring the backing music back up. And we will try a different Jackbox game, boys and girls.
Yes.
Meanwhile, people think Neil Buchanan is Banksy.
Yeah, I heard that. And it's like, you've seen Art Attack, right? You know he couldn't actually draw anything without a guide, right?
Yes, he could.
He has denied that he is the artist.
Yes, he isn't Banksy. No. You ridiculous.
50 fucking 8, though.
Yeah.
It's like, this is an Art Attack. This is an Art Attack. This is Art Attack. No shit, Sherlock.
Well, you know, they have to tell you what the program is. Otherwise you might go, am I watching the right program? Is this the right program? Is this the right program?
Okay, we'll split the room, let us down.
Yes.
So, we'll
Go
try
for Guespionage.
We'll try a game from a different pack.
Okay.
No, we are going for Quitplash.
Ah.
Because that is more stable, usually.
It's the more popular.
Is it?
Q, however, is really popular
Yes,
today.
it is.
Q is indeed a popular code.
All on the Q code.
So, Quebec, Oscar, Yankee, Romeo.
Cure. Cure?
Cure. I actually quite fancied some split the room today. I am upset.
And
Bad Jackbox, bad.
QOYR is basically what you do when you run away from the pub when it's your turn to pay. Quitting on your round.
Yep. Right, that's our 6. Quiplash!
Let's play Quiplash, shall we? Looks like the gang's all here.
Oh, no, been disconnected from that, sir.
Get ready to go.
How long before the game figures it out? About that long.
Wow. Okay.
Oh
let me-
my
let me-
God.
Let me check PSN as well. Fucking
Ooh.
hell.
No, but I think it's because Jackbox flipped out and they crashed the game going, I don't know how to cope with this. This isn't supposed to happen.
let me check.
That's a
Well-
poor problem.
As per usual, PlayStation Network Services says everything's fine. PlayStation down. Oh. Apparently there are some problems with the PlayStation Network.
Oh.
Really? I'm still logged in. Everything's fine. I think it's
The
just.
reporting
I think
shit.
it's just the game game ending unexpectedly kind of crashed the game.
Probably.
How annoying! I mean, we could play Uno, but that doesn't really work over the internet.
Yeah, Jackboxes have been having some big jumps. Discord a little bit. Netflix, they're increasing. Call of Duty, standard. Snapchat, yeah, they've had on Xbox Live, they've had
Whoa.
some. BBC iPlayer, they've had a peak.
Wow.
PlayStation Network matching it again. Prime Video also matching it.
Seems like the internet is having a bit of issues this week.
Yes.
Daisy, remarkably stable, but who cares? YouTube, they've had some problems. NBA 2K, kind of similar.
I believe the term is YouTube has always had problems.
Fall Guys, they had one peak about some point, maybe about 3 o'clock, and then everything was stable.
That's when all the US streamers were
That's quite rare for Fall Guys being stable.
Uh,
Still need to play that at some point.
Dead by Daylight,
You
Roblox.
can download it on PlayStation.
I've got it on PlayStation.
free.
It's here at my,
It was
it's here on my list.
free.
And yet you haven't played it.
And yet I haven't played it.
Good lord.
Like a majority of these games on this hard drive.
Yes. I will download all these games. Not going to use them at all.
Actually, no, I've started at least most of them. I mean, Fury I need to start.
Ooh.
Sports Friends I've touched briefly. Everybody's gone to the Rapture. Apparently it's an easy platinum, so I've been thinking about playing that.
Here's what I'll do, yes.
I've got 2 platinum trophies so far.
Ooh.
One of them, a proper one for Drive Club, and the other one for Parappa the Rapper,
Oh, good grief.
because that game is amazing. And if it wouldn't get us copyright up the chute, I would play a bit, because it is so good.
Why would we get copywritten for it?
Because the guys who own the music to the game goes, hum, and we go, oh,
Oh, I see.
but we like being able to stream, please don't take that away from us. This is why we don't play Rock Band on anymore.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, there's Team
people are
Sonic.
twittering.
Suppose we could play Blankety Blank.
Ugh. No, because we can't play Blankety Blank because people are freaking idiots.
Ho ho! Get you!
They are.
But not a huge amount of twittering, so
It's
it's...
sort of like,
Yeah.
the whole thing with Blankety Blank is you create an idea where you can put almost anything into it. And we come up with things that you can put like maybe 2 or 3 phrases in. And it's like, no, it's not how it's supposed to be done.
Well, for the difference is Blankety Blank being a, entertainment quiz show.
Yes.
We'll have a team of researchers who are entirely dedicated to thinking this shit up. Whereas at TigerTails Radio, maybe one of us.
Yeah, usually me.
What? Get out! I'm the funny one in this thing. I'm the one that's done comedy professionally.
Funny haha, funny peculiar. Make your
Both.
choice now.
Both.
you say
They both make
professionally.
money. Yes.
Not really professional, though, was it?
Yes, it was. I've earned money from doing comedy.
It was an open mic night.
I didn't say anything about open mic nights. I said comedy.
He was never invited back.
You don't get invited to an open mic, you sign up. If you got banned from an open mic night, that's when you literally came out with jokes that are, hey, how about that Holocaust?
And this is why he's not allowed to do comedy anymore.
Because I haven't done that kind of joke, because I'm not an imbecile.
Except you just did it then.
No, I didn't.
You spoke those words. We could play back the archive and show you.
I didn't complete the joke. I started it.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
That's your get out of jail free card, is it?
No, it's a fact.
I'm not drunk enough for this. Right, so who's got any done and dusted?
I don't know what to say. I could talk about Spider-Man.
I think you did that over for kind of the space of 4 or 5 hours over the weekend.
I did, over 4 hours, which is a bit shame. Which is brilliant because I got 2 other ones sat there that I can't talk about because I'm going to be doing them this month. One of which will be a long game, and the other one has had a remake, and I've liked the look of it. I really like the look of it.
But it's a remake.
It's a really good remake. It's a really good PS1 game. It's like, I remember playing that to completion and getting the second one and the third one and the fourth
I was going
one.
to say, is that the one that's recently been released in the 1 and 2 batch?
Yes, that's the one too.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do this to me.
The one where we could play some of the sequels because they're networked on PS2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I have enough copies of it.
Co-ops, yeah.
Oh.
The co-ops, they were quite interesting.
And I've never played them before. So it'll be interesting to see me fail miserably, frequently, and a lot. And now everybody jumps on their computers and goes tappity tap 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 tappy tappy tappy. And the Cosmic is like, this game is cursed.
Yep.
Nobody breathe. The game crashed. Who breathed?
Yeah, there's not much you can do when shit like that happens.
Not really. Sort of like,
Do we have any checkbook and pens? I mean, I've got some blankety blank questions if people do want to do that.
not ones that we made, proper ones.
I could probably Google some of those.
That's what I'm doing now.
Or don't you Google it?
What do you mean, don't I Google it?
Because I'm the one with all the equipment in here. So, well.
I'm the one with all the equipment.
Actually,
I'm the one with all the significant pause equipment.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I do have many buttons.
You have a lot of buttons and dials, yeah. Some of these things turn things on as well.
Ooh, Dear says he's going to have to head to a birthday dinner soon. So we might not even be able to play Blankety Blank. We might not have people.
Well, yeah.
That's a
Birthday
shame.
dinner, it's 9:15.
It's still at night. You can have
Yes, it is.
It's still dinner time.
It's still a
kind of.
night.
Yeah.
Small dinner, birthday supper, but still, if it's big enough, it's a dinner.
It's like happy birthday too. I've gotten too old for
Here's
this.
some interesting ones we could use.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
it's found
telling
shit.
me in the Paul Grady, so Lily Savage, to go do that voice. So, my mum is always on a diet. So on Mother's Day, instead of flowers, I got her a bunch of blank.
Well, you see, for that to work, everyone would have to shut down all their socials,
Yes.
turn off Discord, and have one person actually reading everything.
Yes.
Which, since Xavier could read over your shoulder, you two should have to turn down your laptops.
Yes, because there's no answers here.
Well, duh! That's because the people in
blankety-
Discord supply
yeah.
the answers.
Blankety blank isn't about an answer, it's about the player's answers. So
Yeah.
knowing the questions in advance is only the slight advantage.
It's not even an advantage, because you don't know
Yeah.
what everyone else is going to say.
It's when it comes to the matching. That's
Yeah, the super match game.
But that's the problem with Blankety Blank, because it was a panel show with very strange game rules.
Oh, yes.
And very strange guests.
yes.
That's part of the appeal, really.
Do we have something that we can just throw on in the background that isn't, us sat on a couch or Jackbox dying? We've got a lot of stuff on there.
Well, how do you mean, in the background?
Like that we can play. I know unfortunately we can't get everyone to the audience participate, but it's like we can do something for half an hour to 45 minutes and people can be entertained. That was
That's
kind
easy.
of the point.
We just
of
find
TigerTails
a radio
Radio.
script and we do an impromptu radio play.
What, I mean, like the time we did that Five Nights at Freddy's book?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
exactly. Yes.
That dreadful,
Yeah.
dreadful Five Nights at Freddy's book.
Yeah, we just find
Much
some-
like when Felis went, hey, do you want to read this bit?
This book.
If we're
No!
drinking.
Org's Odyssey. Yes.
That audio still exists somewhere.
It does.
Somewhere. It's not
Yeah.
online anymore though.
I think there is an archive somewhere.
Not online.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It might
archived,
exist on
yeah.
a hard drive, but it doesn't exist online.
For context, Felis is kind of
Previous show host.
a previous show host and also did like voice stuff and reading.
A
And
bit in
dramatic-
Discord every now and again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he would read crappy books and partly inspired by another guy who read bad books, and his show was called This Is Why Your Father Drinks or Mother Drinks, something like that. So he then went, hey, do you want to read this book? Because he'd read a couple before.
Before that, he was doing reviews for the show, which was good.
Yeah.
And he also did Bad Fanfic Theatre.
Ah, yes.
And this fell into the line of bad fanfic, because this was fucking awful.
Although it was someone's original work rather than fanfic.
Yeah, well,
Bad original
We
fic theatre.
we could read some bad fanfics. We could
Well,
find some.
that would require research, and I'm too dead. But the
And also
Org's
getting permission
Odyssey-
of the author.
The Org's Odyssey was so bad that we threatened not to do it until drink was being promised. And the intention was to try and read it for as long as possible until, one, you made a mistake, two, you laughed. And we were drinking as we went through this, and also took a drink after things fell over. It was really difficult to keep a straight face or not rage at it when you realised the author was going on about things like digging vertical holes to bury people.
Yeah, but we did them vertically to conserve space.
Yes. And then the guy who was telling this one survivor who'd witnessed his entire village of people being killed, he fucked off and left him to it.
It's like, you got to
And
dig some
also-
holes. Bye.
Describing a black raven and making sure that describing that every
Black
single
wings,
part of her was black.
hair.
So her eyes were black, her feathers were black, her feet were black, her beak was black. It's like
Cloak was black.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of fucking emo
everything's
going
black.
on.
Yeah.
And it would be all right if it wasn't horribly, but I am the chosen one, all powerful. What? I have golden antlers. That's fine. What about the rest of the bullshit that you have for some reason? It's like, I'm special, but
like
you can't fucking fight, because if you did, your family would still be alive.
But I am the chosen one.
We drunkenly got through it. It wasn't as bad as the drinking.
We got
show,
through half
but
of it.
We didn't get through half of it. I thought we got through a quarter of it.
Oh, we got through
I
something.
thought it was half, but maybe less. Maybe less.
And
Yes.
it does exist. One day we may pull shit out the archives. We have done before.
Yeah, I stumble across things every now and again
Yes.
when going through old hard drives and go, oh my god, it's this, I remember this.
Oh, there's ages.
And we'll throw stuff together. To be fair, we're season 12, episode 39, so we are now looking at 12 more episodes before season 12 finishes. Yes. Because next week will be 40.
Yeah, so it's included at 13 episodes.
Ooh.
12. 13 if you include today.
What?
No? Yes?
No,
Words.
13 from... Because
Matt, don't make me do math. There'll be a number of episodes that we've got before we actually finish.
if we're including
at 52.
today, it'll be 14 episodes.
There's stuff going on.
Till then at the age. Have good noms.
Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, I mean, we will probably, more likely, have some sort of retrospective, and we'll probably, quite likely, pull shit together and throw it together and go, hey, enjoy. Because we're like that, and we like torturing ourselves
And each other.
and each other.
Especially each other.
Oh god, I am annoyed that Jackbox died.
Yes.
Really. I would never have guessed.
I'm so tired.
That folder is empty. That's no good to me. Is it in here?
Ooh, what are you looking for?
Not that. Oh well. What the heck is that?
We're kind of screwed if
I'm just going through some archives and going, let's see if I can find an old clip from the show. And oh, what the heck is this file name?
What does it say?
Thorpe Park Spleen.
I don't know.
We do have actual shows on the archive. You can find the majority of our content on TigerTails Radio.
We have a
on
jingle
YouTube.
for that.
Yep.
Missed the live show? Never fear. Archives are here. Visit tigertailsradio.co.uk to catch up on what you missed.
Yeah, that. There we go. And I know that Kite Phoenix many years ago archived a lot of the old shows on archive.org.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Many moons ago we did that. And so, yeah, some of the early seasons
Wow.
are still somewhere on the internet. Everything pre-season 7 anyway, because that's when we
Hidden
started.
away.
Season 7 is when we started on the YouTubes.
Yes, that was interesting.
Season 6 was
Transitioned.
broadcast via livestream.com, I think,
Yeah?
as well as having the audio feed over on Shoutcast when we still did Shoutcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And then previous seasons to that were just pure Shoutcast.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going back a bit, isn't it, boys and girls? Who remembers Shoutcast?
We do.
I do. I've still got the Winamp plugin for it over here. If I had a Shoutcast server to connect to, I could connect to it and broadcast the audio of the show.
Yeah, but we don't,
But we don't.
unfortunately. We've moved on from the days of dial-up modem.
Hey,
Dial-up
we've always
modem.
streamed on broadband. We had 1 meg broadband, but we had it. And so we could upload the stream in 24K.
Second. 1 picture a second.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary because we got so fucking excited about that. It was so bad. Oh my god, you can see us. We're doing fuck all.
It's like,
Yeah, it was a webcam. We had the webcam with the picture refreshing every 20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, for us, the back in the day, the highlight was getting shit working in IRC. That was
IRC
the
Corner
highlight.
was amazing.
Yeah,
yeah.
getting functionality in whatever variation of ice chat that would actually work for me. Well, that was the bane of my existence for IRC. I was like, right, get ice chat, which version, whatever one works right now.
Which is not many of them.
All my configurations from the previous one. You'll be fine. do this, set nickname. Somebody stole my nickname.
Bastards.
Bugger!
Yeah. Now what do I do?
Create a new
Kick
nickname.
them!
Put a 1 at the end, yeah.
Kick them! That's what I did. I kicked whoever had admin nickname here. Then there was the accidental kicking banning that happened.
Oh, yeah.
And kick split.
Kick split that happened.
Poor split persona.
Oh.
You got so kicked.
Throwing bricks at everyone. Throwing
Yep.
rainbow trout at slapping everyone with a lemon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the slaps.
Trout, yes.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Always good for a laugh. Should we play a song?
Play a song,
Yes.
please, yes, because I feel I may fall asleep again. So tired.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Xavier.
Oh.
Okay, let's have a song by the group called Cartoon.
Ah. The cartoons.
No, not the cartoons, just Cartoon.
Okay.
And it's the... Oh, in fact, it's a remix done by the person who we had earlier on in the show,
Ew.
Andromic. And
Ooh.
it's a song called Howling.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the most soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. simmer down and mash me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. You got me holding. Got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding.
TigerTails Radio. Be part of it. Chat in the Discord server and talk directly to the hosts. Visit tigertailsradio.co.uk now.
Hello again, and welcome back to TigerTails Radio without games. So yes, we're going back to our old style of basically just
Talk
talking
radio.
for all this time, yes.
Hi there. Welcome to TigerTails Radio. It's late on a Monday night. And if you're here, we're here to keep you going through everything that's happening in the world.
I've opened the window to try and get some fresh air in, and also
Indeed.
to hopefully help
Wake you up a bit?
deheat stuff, because it's starting to feel that
That warm.
that electronic warmth which
that
smells
clammy, moist
slightly.
feeling.
Electronic warmth.
Yeah, that
artificial
electronic
warm.
warmth that smells slightly metallic, and you sit there and you go, let's get some cold air in, shall we?
You mean basically the scent of all your electronics basically heating up and
Yes.
the
Yeah,
solder basically cooking into the air.
Yeah, which is worrying in this room, because there's a large amount of shit that can set fire in here.
Mostly the sofa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mostly the sofa.
I mean, there are things that could smolder and then you go, oh man, now this isn't going to turn on again.
Chemicals, alcohol,
Yep.
Yes.
vinyl.
Vinyl, yes. Paper,
The vinyl will just go up like a
fabric,
fucking,
plastic.
The cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We,
I mean,
we
there's
can
a
test that.
lot of plastic in this room. There's a lot.
No, there isn't a lot of plastic. There is some plastic.
I mean, if I spent a moment, if you two filled, I could go and get my other PS4 controller, and we could play a song, I think we're allowed, from the remake of Amplitude.
Ooh.
Wow.
And we could do it multiplayer.
Is that all they're allowing? One song?
No, I think it's out of the collection of music there. It's the one that won't get us
Yeah.
taken off YouTube.
Oh, really? Good grief.
Well, Amplitude's a rhythm action game, so it's going to have music, and a lot of that
Yes.
music is licensed.
Yeah. I love it. It's like YouTube. We're trying to get all of the gamers, but YouTube gaming's died. We're trying to get all of the streamers, but YouTube gaming has died, and we're really harsh on anyone playing anything not theirs.
But it's,
But
not
we're
so
a
much,
live streaming service.
it's not so much YouTube that's harsh, it's the fact that the copyright holders are harsh.
Well, the copyright protocol that YouTube hasn't really changed.
Well, it's as good as it can be. That's the trouble. It's not the YouTube's copyright system that's broken. It's the copyright system itself that's broken.
Do I hear you quoting a Tom Scott video there?
Well, he's right. That's the thing.
That and the systems they use currently is just annoying. 'cause
Content ID is broken because it's so hideously abusable.
Yes.
But Content ID is born of a necessity that the copyright system just needs updating.
Yeah, but the trouble is, it's like, oh, I see you've uploaded a video, therefore I will claim that that is mine. Sorry, what? How do you claim that is mine? Because I said so. Sorry, what? Where is your proof? I said so. It's crap.
That's when you go to your lawyer and say, excuse me, this person's being a bellend. Here's 50 quid. Can you write me a cease and desist letter? And your lawyer goes, okay, but if you want to take it any further, you're going to need to add a few zeros on before the decimal
Indeed.
point.
So people go, well, we'll just sue this guy. It's like, yeah, we don't have money to do that.
Well, thankfully, these incidents have happened. Abuse of the system to try and fuck over people who've used fair use has happened.
Yes.
And those cases have gone to court, and the judge has gone, you're trying to sue this guy because you're a dick. Not because of the fact that, you know, he did anything wrong, because he didn't. You're trying to do it because you're a dick and you got into a strop. No.
And now you've lost.
Yeah, no. But you can send it to the appeals court.
Oh,
Have
by
fun.
the way, I've been promoted and I'm on the appeals court.
Referencing the same thing there.
Yes, we are. I saw where you were going with that, and I can add to it.
So, for those of us who don't know, what
Don't
was
worry,
that?
don't worry.
Don't
Rule
worry,
6.
it hits Rule 6
Rule
quite
6.
squarely. We'll tell you after the show. We'll tell you when you're older.
It's not the only thing.
About
Although
half an hour older.
currently YouTube is doing the whole self-moderation thing, so you self-evaluate, which is shit, because if the automatic system then says you're wrong, it's like an exam question from
Yeah.
a teacher who's an idiot. And
We all know that H2O is a chemical symbol for water, but what's the chemical symbol for ice?
the self-moderation and moderating community.
It's H2O. We have to say it a lot harder.
Yeah, but the moderating of a community works so long as the moderation team, the moderation tools behind it fucking work. So it's like, oh look, there's a person killing animals on video live. They're fine. Why? How? What?
But here's some mascot characters pretending to beat a guy up. That's taken off for terrorism and violence.
You're espousing an opinion that's contrary to the current trend. We will ban you.
Yeah, okay,
This is
you're
what
starting
happens
to go into Rule 6.
This is what happens when we don't have Jackbox. We get all metaphysical. And
Well, we have to chat. We have to chat, and there's only so many topics that, as a group, we can chat about. We've kind of destroyed children's cartoons.
Well, let's see. Peanut butter in brownies. Nay or nay?
Peanut butter, nay, regardless.
yeah, TK doesn't like peanut butter. I prefer nuts because
just
brownies.
butter.
Brownies, chocolate brownies should have Brazil nuts.
Oh, interesting.
And it should be a case of they're moist, but the nuts are nice and chunky. That is lovely. But that was what I got introduced to as a brownie. Proper
Brazil
nuts.
See, I don't even like brownies.
I
Really?
love brownies.
I don't know what it is about them. There's just something that doesn't quite taste right about them, in my opinion.
Is it because they're moist?
No, I quite like moist.
You heard it here first, ladies.
Yes.
Not ladies.
Well, that's not going to happen. They're not going to do anything. The guy is not bisexual like we are. You know.
That's
we
right.
offer
I don't need to pay for sex.
we offer. You know, we're equal opportunities. We are.
I'm not. You know, there have been some
yeah.
people who have been claimed that gay and lesbian people are either misogynistic or misandrist for not wanting to go with their opposing sex.
Well, that's kind of like, you know, that's kind of like, oh, you don't date men. Oh, I see. So you hate men. No, I'm straight. Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
It's not because it's not anything to do, and I'll get this. This is the thing. It's not anything to do with the fact that they have a thing. It's the fact that they have a thing, and you personally feel they should not have that thing. It's nothing to do with the fact that they have a thing. It's the fact that the person who is espousing this believes that you should not have that thing. And this is why I get pissed off, because it's like, I don't give a shit about X topic. And I feel people should just be able to do whatever the fuck they like. Consequences happen. You know, stuff. It's like, whereas other people go, no, you must fight for category of people because they require category of service.
But
and I
did you
sit
see
there and go,
in this book that was definitely written by God, it says you can't do this because He wrote it. You know, in English. Really? Yes. Right, okay.
Show me the delusional Christian who actually goes, God wrote the King James Testament. Show
Yeah,
me the
indeed,
delusional
the
Christian.
King James Bible.
Yeah,
yes.
show me the delusional Christian who will say, yes, God wrote this translation of a Bible from fucking ancient times in English. Despite the fact in the forward it says, who did the fucking work?
Indeed, yeah. But, you know...
But it's the Word of God.
Yeah. But in which case,
The
why
word
did
of
we
God
translate
is a
it?
thing in Indiana
If it's
Jones
the Word
film.
of God, it should be readable by everybody in every language.
Oh, don't. Let's go into this, because that's starting to then go into not only mythology but actual history, and the whole idea that there was indeed one city, one nation at one point where everyone did speak all the languages and then fucked off. And this has been an archaeological theory, and this has been referred to as the Tower of Babel. Mm-hmm. You know, we're not that kind of channel, though.
Yeah, that is a departure from my usual subject.
Yeah. It's terrible because my RE lessons, it did go off into certain things like that, because it wasn't just Christianity, we also looked at other religions.
Yes.
Yeah, looked at, didn't touch.
Well, my one was Judaism.
Long list then.
Yeah, we studied Christianity and Judaism, and that's the only two we ever studied. That was the only two we were allowed to study.
We went over Hinduism, Taoism, and various other aspects, but seeing as the only time it mattered was when you went to your GCSEs,
Yeah.
most people fucking dropped RE like the plague and
Yes.
carried on.
Damn right.
Because, yeah, it was Christianity and Judaism. We weren't allowed to talk about Hinduism because they had many gods and...
Oh no, we talked about it because they were fucking interesting.
Yes, they
'cause
were.
it's like, here...
Vishnu. This is a god of destruction.
Yeah, he's the
a
god of
god that
destruction,
literally
god of
goes, this
creation.
no longer exists, bang. This no longer exists, bang. It's like, come on.
Elephant-headed
seriously?
god. It was,
Yes.
There was a lot of stuff that we went through.
Yes.
But that's not why people went with RE for GCSE. People who went for RE for GCSE wanted to be either RE teachers, history buffs.
Or just get an easy A.
There was no such thing as an easy A in RE. It's like the only time we had an easy A was history and drama. Drama you needed
History?
to turn up. Yeah, oh god, yeah. We actually had a history
Yeah,
teacher.
you were lucky.
Mr. Thingy's Henry.
You see, you were lucky in your drama GCSEs. All you had to do was turn up.
Yeah.
We were the first year to get a fucking written exam.
If you turned up, you got an A. That was fan-fucking-tastic for the emotional fucking trauma I had to deal with that bullshit. Should have fucking gone to something else.
I got B for turning up because I didn't do so well in the exam.
Bullshit drama at school.
Who has a fucking written exam for drama? I mean, seriously.
They changed a lot of shit, let's be fair. I mean, the fact that it was like, right, in order to be able to take a different language from French, which you may be shit at, you have to be good at French.
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, I was in set 1 for languages, so I got to take German.
Got to university. Oh, by the way, currently, if you know a second language, you'd be even more employable. Fuck off!
Yeah.
School fucked up.
I was mad at French. You know, I couldn't do another language.
Still keep looking at the Japanese stuff, and I'm going, yeah, one day I'll do the earworms and everything again and try and learn
I
it.
mean, it was quite funny though, because my mum was horrifically racist against the French.
Your mother?
Yeah, she absolutely hated the French.
Oh, I see.
No idea why. No idea what they did to upset her.
Wow.
Well, the worst thing is if you had French exchange students over in your school, and I know people will say, oh, that's just terribly racist. If you've ever had French exchange students, you will suddenly know why people got pissed off at the French.
Well, my mum wouldn't let a French exchange student in the house, so neither myself nor my sister embarked on the French exchange student trips.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're lovely people, and I'm all sat there going, why do they all act like a bunch of cunts? Why?
Oh, tell us how you really feel there,
My
Xavier.
sister went and did the trip and had the worst time of her life. I was older than her, and I knew preemptively I was not doing that.
Oh, see, my
This was
sister-
Testwood. This was Testwood.
My sister did the German exchange. Because mother wouldn't do the French, but she did the German one because mother was fine about the Germans coming over, just not the French. Because reasons! I've no idea why.
There's a sentence that can be taken out of context.
One too many episode of Hello Hello. I don't know what caused it. But yeah, and we had this lovely German exchange girl over. She was wonderful. Although I wasn't allowed to watch the Dick Dastardly show.
Oh,
Stop the Pigeon.
No, that's the Dastardly and Muttley in their flying machines.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't allowed to watch that.
Why?
because
it reference
they
the war?
had
Yes,
the
that's
source
the
material.
entire thing is the war.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Pigeon represents the English, and Dick Dastardly represents the Germans.
Yes, because they were trying to stop the carrier pigeon from
Yes.
sending the troop.
From sending the messages. Yes.
And so, yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that when she was over, and I was very upset because that used to be what I used to watch before I went to school.
Ah.
Because it used to be on at, it was a 10-minute long show or whatever, and it was on 10 minutes before I had to leave. So it would be watch that and then leave.
Yeah.
And so I'd be nomming the last bits of my breakfast while watching that, and then grab the bag and go. And then this German exchange student arrived and ruined it all for 2 weeks, or however long it was.
We never had enough room for exchange students, and never had enough money to send myself off for the exchange stuff, so I didn't care. It was one of those things. It was like growing up back in the day in Totton and going to school at Testwood. It's like some things you didn't mind, other things you kind of got annoyed with, but you went, yeah, I don't care, because all the popular kids went, and they were all cunts as well.
It's like, so we're sending them the worst of what we've got, so they're probably going to send their worst too.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like the youth go, oh, but you have to be so understanding of everybody.
Oh, did you have to do pen pals when you were at school?
Yep.
And no, I avoided that.
Yeah.
Pen pals with some weirdo in a foreign country.
Yes.
Now I'm worried.
Of course, nowadays it's don't ever talk to anyone from a foreign country. It's possible they want to recruit you into something. Don't ever do that.
And it's like, yeah, but we live on the internet now.
Yeah,
All we ever speak to are people in foreign countries.
Currently, we are literally speaking to strangers. And at the
In
moment,
all fairness, you can't get much stranger than Hedge.
at the moment, my work is full of strangers because it's like we now have to have webcams on. Who the fuck are all these people?
Amazingly, if I flare my nostrils, I can make my nose look very Jewish.
You can make your nose look like a nose.
It's very Jewish. See here, look at this.
I'm fairly sure that's
It's a nose.
anti-Semitic. You should probably shut up right now.
It's a nose. Just live with it. We have to.
I do. I lived with this for years. This is gigantic. What size is this thing?
It's quite a conquer.
It is.
It's having a bad fur day.
Oh, references.
Yeah, loads of people tried to bully me into getting rid of this, and I freaking kept it. Those bastards.
That was the weirdest thing. It's like, oh, you should have plastic surgery, and I'm sat there
yeah.
going, and then you actually look into it, and suddenly it's a case
I
of,
think
what?
some of them are dead now.
I am working on functionally trilingual.
I'm working
The
on
mindfuck is doing French. Oh,
Listens as a German speaker. Oh my god, this guy can this guy like do everything?
Cosmic is just amazing. That's
I don't
Yes.
know. If we called you Swiss Army Man, would you suddenly spring a blade out of your butt?
Swiss Army Man.
maybe
Still-
not his butt.
I still need to see that film, by the way.
The one with Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, who is basically
A dead body. That's
a
alive.
body
That's alive.
that's a Swiss Army
Yes.
knife,
Yeah.
has no lines, and is manhandled
Yeah.
throughout the entire film. It's like,
All you needed to say the words Daniel Radcliffe and manhandled, and now you've got my attention.
it's a weird ass film. But then he's also done Guns Akimbo because it's a shit film, but it's so weird. It's like Harry Potter. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to live with that. And then The Woman in the Black Dress.
Oh yeah.
Terrifying.
Horns.
Beg your
Naked
pardon?
person on stage
Horns.
because yes, there were, but naked person on stage.
Yes. Also that one where he plays the younger version of another guy who talks to himself. Jude Law.
He's been doing Jude Law.
No, he was Jude Law in his teens.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
That sounds like something that should be in the papers.
It was in the papers. It was also on Sky Arts.
Arts.
Yeah, he played the younger version of Jude Law, but he exists in the same time frame as Jude Law and talks to him.
You know you're doing artsy films when
Yeah.
you're doing Jude Law.
And Cosmic says, no, he's been working from home since mid-March and he needs to keep his brain doing things. And he also did, and he says Daniel Radcliffe also did the musical How to Succeed Without Really Trying.
Yes.
Yeah, become Harry Potter. There you
Yeah,
go.
you get picked out of a fucking nationwide search for specky young teenager. That
Whereas-
literally was it.
I can do a live demonstration of what I did during the lockdown. Let's just shift over here, turn the backing music off.
Hey,
Ooh,
not
a
us.
black screen.
That's not the backing music, that's the backing music. I made this happen.
Yay. Oh God, he did a voice in Rex in
Yes.
Playmobil the movie.
He's been working on that for 6 months.
Yes. No. I hacked a PlayStation game to make that happen.
2 dope queens, yeah.
There you go. Let's get the back music back up.
Yeah, Swiss Army Man. Victor Frankenstein. He played Igor.
Igor, he did indeed. Yeah.
He was in BoJack
That's it,
Horseman.
A Young Doctor's
He was in
Notebook.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
A
was
Young Doctor's Notebook. That's the one where he plays
A voice.
Jude Law's child. Jude Law's teenage version.
What if Woman in Black? Yeah, he went from Harry Potter to Weird Ass Crab.
Yeah.
And did really well at it.
Well,
Good
so
luck to
far, he's done really well of it.
Yes. But
And
then so was Rupert Grint. He had a song named after him by Parry Grip.
And he's done bugger all apart from own an ice cream truck.
Really? He owns an ice cream truck?
Yeah.
To be
Awesome.
fair, I think
he used his Harry Potter money to buy an ice cream truck.
Daniel Radcliffe does artsy films now, and Hermione,
You mean Emma Watson?
that's
Watson,
the one,
Yes.
can't sing but did
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Hey, Russell Crowe can't sing, and he managed to get into free Les Miserables.
Yeah, but the difference is Russell Crowe. And
No,
also,
there was no difference. They were equally as shit as each other in their respective films.
and then
Oh my
Hugh
god,
Jackman.
his voice was appalling. Her voice was auto-tuned out the wazoo.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
that's okay. We're still doing live-action remakes of animated films after Mulan. Why?
I'm going to watch Mulan in December when it comes out for everybody else on Disney+.
You're actually going to watch it? Apparently it's awful.
Let's have Mulan animated series where Eddie Murphy is the voice of the little dragon, and we actually have a character progression arc of protected young lass
Yes.
in a family
Mushu,
who,
yes.
for family honour, decide instead of her father, who will die,
'Cause
go
he's
to
old.
war because the emperor
Who will die
demands.
honourably.
Well,
Yes.
who will die, and obviously she does not want that.
Yes.
So she then risks dishonour because this is based on reality and real life and stuff
Yeah.
and myth.
Well, reality.
And so she goes off, and basically is a case of, you don't know how the fuck to fight. I'm going to teach you how the fuck to fight by kicking the shit out of you.
But I'm going to do it to a
only-
song by Donny Osmond.
Only it's a Disney film, so we're not actually going to show physical violence against everyone, only comedic violence, but you understand what's
Basically,
No,
happening.
she got
It's
brown
British
cows
Army.
kicked in the face.
Yeah.
It's like, we wake you up at 6 o'clock, shout at you constantly and berate you until you scream that you want to go home, and then go, right,
Yeah,
you've
it was-
now gone to your lowest point, we now begin rebuilding you.
It was Ain't Half Hot Man and Dad's Army in one thing.
Although
but
you say that we were going to get a guy to shout at you at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
What they didn't encounter, or didn't expect, was that us kitchen stuff, because my first job was kitchen
Oh,
porter.
was it the
Yeah.
guy going...
oh fuck
Yes.
that noise.
Exactly him. And he used to go around all the blocks and do it. And we used to heckle the shit out of him. And he couldn't touch us because we were civilian workers working on their behalf.
So you can't do anything. Yeah.
No, I mean to be fair, the guy who wakes up to do Rivali is got short shrift because it's a case of everyone has to wake up at 6. You're waking up at
5:30.
5:30.
In order to get them to wake up.
Yes.
You better know how to play cold, boy.
Yeah, especially when they're... And then you're going to get heckled by plebs sitting on a loading bay for
so
the kitchens.
The animated movie has this development, has Eddie Murphy playing the dragon.
Eddie
and-
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy playing the dragon, or being this
The alcohol's
emotional
taken a
support.
hold.
You then have the Mongols, led by Genghis Khan, invading China because that happened. And then it was a case of, oh shit, you're a woman, we can't do this. Oh no, the dishonor. Oh fuck, it's an actual battle. She
Yes.
saves the day. Hooray!
Fantastic. Yes.
In this one, there are no Mongols. The guy might be Genghis Khan.
And it
There's
wasn't
a
Genghis
witch.
Khan, it was Shan Yu
Shan Yu,
in Mulan.
There's a witch.
Well, why not?
Which-
Why?
How different is that to a talking dragon?
mainly
Shockingly different.
cartoons.
And then it's a case of, here is this highly trained young woman who decides to save her family. By highly trained, I mean she can already fight. She can already...
Have you ever read the true story of Mulan?
I need to, but I've never actually gotten to
Because you
to
can't
that side of
really,
thing.
you can't really say anything about that until you've read the original tale. Because
Why?
in the original tale, she might well have been at least competent with weaponry.
Well,
We would
she was
assume so.
certainly, she did have, I know that from what I have researched on it, she did learn some passively from, obviously, she wasn't allowed to use a sword because she was female, but she could sort of watch and pick up things
Which
through sort of
I'm
passive
always
learning.
I'm always debatable on that one, because as much as the whole idea of like the Chinese culture, oh yeah, women are subservient, that they weren't accepted to fall over and die as much as men were assholes. They were equipped to deal with shit, because if you were a courtesan or if you were a lady of the house, you were expected to be able to cook, clean, manage the household, manage the finances, and also kick the shit whoever wanted to come in the house uninvited, because you were the lady of the house.
But you weren't allowed to fight for the country, so you weren't allowed to have a stabbing weapon. You could have a smashing weapon like a mace or something like that. But you weren't.
Have you
allowed
seen
to
this
draw
mace?
blood.
weren't allowed to fight for the country.
You
Yeah,
weren't
if
allowed-
they come in the door, it's like,
Yeah.
you see this, it's a sword, but you're not allowed to fight for the country. I'm fighting for my front doorstep.
It's
Get
the
the
same-
fuck back.
It was the same laws in British old military. If you were a priest, you weren't allowed to draw blood, so you couldn't have a sword, but you were allowed to crush skulls with a mace, because that wasn't bloody, that was just crushing. So you were allowed to have a freaking great club. If you were a priest, you were allowed to fight with a club. You could hit, you could smash, you could crush, but you weren't allowed to bleed. So...
So as long as you didn't break the skin, you're okay.
Yeah, if you smash a skull and it happens to cause blood through the crushing, that's fine, because you haven't drawn blood. You've just caused it by crushing. So yeah.
So you've still drawn blood, you've just...
But you didn't draw it, you caused it. Yeah.
I think that's a very fine distinction.
It's a
Of
fine.
course it is. It's freaking religion.
Oh, and if you're a priest who has a notebook and pad, you can draw everything except the blood.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But yeah, if you were a priest, you got to have a freaking
Don't rely on us being anywhere near accurate sources in this day and age.
Oh no, I know these sources because I saw a guy with glasses talk about it.
Accurate sources no longer seem to exist in this day and age.
I noticed now that we're all wearing glasses.
Yes, we are all fucking old.
Hedge,
It was a BBC program.
You using a guy with glasses as your analogy for this is honest and true.
Yeah. When I moved into the house, I was the only person who wore glasses full time.
This was not this house, the previous house.
Yeah.
Back when TigerTails Radio
20
was in its
fucking years
second
or more.
episode, second
2005.
season. Yeah.
But now I have to wear them because my eyes have deteriorated to the point
look.
of that.
Blur. Not the
Who's
band.
that?
Well, you see,
Who's that?
I can still see everyone. It's just now there are two of everyone. So there's two Hedgies and two Xaviers. And I'm going, as if one wasn't enough.
Why are your eyes getting steadily more Korean the older you get?
Korean.
I'm fairly sure that's racist,
It's
Hedge.
not that. It's the fact that his actual eyeball, not the lids, not any genetic makeup, his actual eyeball is deformed.
Yeah, I've got astigmatism, so one of my eyes is shaped like a rugby ball, the other shaped like a football, apparently.
Yep.
And they point in very slightly different directions. They don't actually focus at the same central point.
Which he didn't realise until eventually, and it wasn't that long ago, eventually, he went and got his eyes checked because it was a case of, I've got these headaches. I've got these headaches.
I went to Vision Express, or Specsavers, whichever one it was, and they were like, yeah, you're borderline needing glasses. It's like, because I used to wear glasses many years ago when I was a kid. But it was like the NHS specs.
NHS
They were like the thick plastic, kind of not too dissimilar to this, but less fashionable.
Yeah.
And in tortoise shell, brown tortoise shell.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah. So I didn't wear them very often, as you can imagine. And then didn't wear them for years and years. And then about 3-4 years ago or so, when I discovered work allowed free eye tests, I was like, okay. Well, I went to Specsavers, and they were like, yeah, it's borderline. And I was like, okay, so put it off for another few months. And yeah, I was starting to get the headaches, and I thought, yeah, bright lights seem to be really painful, and the screens are really painful. I'm going to go and get an eye test. And they were like, okay, let's go for an eye test. And I was going through, and they were like, is this any better? Is this any better? Is this any better? Then all of a sudden, bang! Holy shit! It's like, it's going from standard def to high def. That's the only way I can describe it. It was so different.
Like,
I was like, how blind was I? Jesus!
Really fucking blind.
then you see the thing, he's got 5 magnifiers on the front.
Yeah, Yeah, I have very thick glasses.
I'm convinced that they just basically walked him in and walked him the fuck out of that first eye test. Oh yeah, you don't need glasses. Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, I did some kind of basic things. It's like I was saying, I'm getting double vision a lot, and they were just kind of dismissing it. But when I said that, my current optician, she took it very seriously and was like, right, that's an indication.
Yeah.
And yeah, we found out I'm focusing in 2 different locations simultaneously.
Good fun.
Yeah, so it's like, but because I've been doing it for so long, I can actually have a sense of 3 dimension with a single eye. I can close an eye and still gauge distances. And my optometrist was like, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
You're not supposed to.
Well, I think we have successfully waffled, covering for the lack of Jackbox, because Jackbox has died.
Yeah.
So we do need to wrap up, and we may be able to fit one more piece of music in, depending on how
we'll kill it off.
Okay, we will wrap up there. So I think we do need to do a round of good nights. Before that, though, this is...
Plug.
This is PlayStation Month. We are celebrating the 25th anniversary of PlayStation launch in Europe as I hit my microphone.
Yes, because last year it was in Japan.
Yep.
And so this year it's America and Europe, but we're celebrating the Europe one, even though America was still in September as well.
Yeah. And throughout the month we will be doing various bits for this, so there will be pre-constructed videos.
In fact, one releases tomorrow.
Yep.
And yeah, it's my review of Kingsley.
Ooh.
We will have live streams on Fridays, which will be dedicated to PlayStation games. There will also be live streams on Saturdays, which will be dedicated to PlayStation games.
And
there
maybe
may
even
also be
Sundays.
other stuff. Yeah, there may also be other stuff, depending on how busy it gets. Because we're expecting this month to be quite busy.
Although we both have holiday this month.
Yes, we do have holiday. So
Weirdly, during the same time.
yeah, I just booked it and he booked it, but we're not like doing anything because everyone's fucking cancelling.
Yeah, no, I thought I'm going to need a holiday in September, so I booked some time and just looked at the holiday rotor and thought, oh, this is available, I'll have this.
Yeah, we myself and Jules are likely to go off and do like a champagne, like
Soiree.
green tea thing, purely because everywhere that we looked at a few weeks ago has suddenly disappeared.
Yeah.
And it's like, so lockdown?
Yeah, so due to COVID, we're not doing anything, so I go away.
Feels like it. It really feels like it. But yeah, so it's a round of good nights from the studio. So it's a good night from myself, Saville Wolf.
It's a good night from the Hedgington.
Good night, everybody.
And it's a good night for myself, TK. Thank you very much for watching or listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. We shall return next week. Well, you never know. There might even be some feckin' Jackbox to play.
The servers may be working.
Yay.
You never know your luck.
Yay.
And yeah, it's a couple of minutes early, but we think you've suffered enough. So, on that note, it's night-night, everybody. Night-night.